Hey guys, welcome back to Storycorn. So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she mentioned the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, and it occurred to me that I didn't even know what a stock exchange was. So let's rewind a little bit this video and talk about what a stock exchange is. Just the basics today. We know what stocks are. They are little units of ownership of companies. Like any other object, you can buy and sell these stocks with other people. However, to transact, which means to buy or sell stocks, you have to 1. Find buyers, sellers, and number 2, determine the price for those stocks. Think of a farmer's market. It's a place where farmers come to sell fruits, vegetables, meat, and flowers. Buyers come down because they know that they can buy these products at this market. Once the sellers and buyers are at the market, they can negotiate the price sometimes. If you buy a lot of oranges, say 20 pounds, you can negotiate a better price. And if there are many farmers selling oranges, the price of oranges will go down. So this farmers market is an exchange. It's a place where buyers and sellers meet for known products, determine price, and complete the transaction. Now, a stock exchange is actually the same thing, but the merchandise traded are actually stocks and companies. The first stock exchange was started actually in Amsterdam in 1602. This was the first exchange where printed stock was sold and purchased. Rewind a bit, in the olden days before the internet, when you bought a share of a stock, you actually got a piece of official paper with the number of shares and the corporate imprint and logo. This was as valuable as money, so people would put their stock certificates in safe deposit box at banks. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange traded shares in the Dutch East India Company, which incidentally was the first publicly traded company. The Dutch East Indian Company was at first a spice and textile trader. The first stock exchange in the US was started in Philadelphia in 1790, but is no longer an active exchange. The largest stock exchange in the US is the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. This is also the largest stock exchange in the entire world. A few decades ago, before the prevalence of fast computers, when you wanted to buy and sell stocks, your broker, or representative, would call down to the New York Stock Exchange with your desired transaction, the stock, the number of shares, and the general price that you wanted. On the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, a huge physical space, which is called the trading pit, there would be traders who get your order from your broker and then would shout and use hand signals to communicate what they had to sell and buy and what price they wanted. And that trader would help you find someone to complete the other side of your transaction, a buyer if you want to sell, or a seller if you want to buy. These shouting and hand signals are called open outcry. An example of a hand signal is, if a trader holds his palms facing out and hands away from the body, he is gesturing that he wished to sell. If that trader holds her hands facing in and up, it means that she wants to buy. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it got pretty crazy and loud on the trading floor, but as you can imagine, open outcry seems a little suboptimal in today's electronic and connected world. So, in 1971, the NASDAQ Stock Exchange was founded, and its uniqueness at the time was that it did not have a trading floor, and that all the buyer and seller information was exchanged electronically. No more hand signals and shouting. So naturally, with its futuristic vision, it's not surprising that most tech companies do their IPO, or rather list, on the NASDAQ exchange. Nowadays, all the exchanges are electronic. So, when you see a ticker symbol with 4 characters, say TSLA for Tesla, that is a stock traded on NASDAQ. NASDAQ traded companies have 4 character symbols. All others are traded on the New York Stock Exchange. For instance, McDonald's is on NYSE as MCD. So that's stock exchanges in a nutshell, or a rather large nutshell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment for what video you want to watch next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, bye.